Hello everyone, this is Srikanti and today we are going to be exploring the five levels of human experience, a journey through human experience and self-discovery, highlighting the key insights into personal growth and self-understanding. Today we are going to be going over the purpose of this presentation, introduction to Rain's model, philosophical context of key thinkers. We are also going to be going over the reflective questions for self-inquiry, and also we are going to be going over the concept of human flourishing and the value of self-understanding. Now, the purpose of this presentation is it is to essentially to remain grounded in practical approaches if you want to develop the growth. Now, after engaging with the abstract concepts, we must refocus on actionable insights. Now, this lesson, which is called the understanding of five levels of human experience, allows us to bridge the gap between theory and real world application. Now, I'm going to be introducing the Rain's model. So Rain's model is essentially a target icon, which shows the five levels of the human experience, which are physical, emotional, rational, validational, which is also known as the free will, and last but not the least, spiritual and also known as the core self. Now, each level represents a unique aspect of our existence and contributing to our overall growth and understanding of oneself. Now, philosophical insights on growth. Now, let's go back to our history. The thoughts of Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates provide a profound foundation for understanding human experience. Each philosopher presented unique perspectives on the self and its relationship with the world with the world, emphasizing the importance of knowledge and self reflection for personal development. Now, in this journey of growth, their teachings encourage individuals to seek wisdom, cultivate virtue, and explore the interplay between the physical and spiritual realms. Now, embracing their insights fosters a deeper understanding of oneself and the pursuit of flourishing life. Now let's go over the reflective questions for self-inquiry. Now let's go over the physical level. Now physical level is essentially our body, which we went over the last video. So it's like basically a machine which consists of muscles, tissues, and organs. Now let's go over the questions of it. Now consider how your physical well-being affects your daily experiences and choices, and what changes could enhance your health. Now, let's move on to the next one. Now, for emotional level, which basically means your emotions, your feelings, and all of that. Now, for the questions of it, you might want to reflect on your emotional responses to various situations and how they shape your interactions and personal growth. Now let's move on to the rational level. Now rational level is essentially basically your thought process, how you think about it, how you perceive it. It's basically like your perspective. Now let's go over the self-inquiry questions for that. Now you might want to evaluate your thought processes and beliefs. Are they serving you well, and how can you cultivate a more constructive mindset? Now let's go over the more reflective questions for self-inquiry. Now for volitional level, which is also known as the free will. Now let us so basically volitional level is basically essentially your free will, what you think of it. It's basically like rational level, but like it focuses more deeper on like your decisions. Now it is our capacity to choose, decide, act, or intentionally. Now, it also raises the philosophical inquiry of how free will is connected to the body. Now, it suggests that free will is non physical, so it can be pinned to any organ. So, it also calls for a deeper exploration of human validation and identity. Now, let's move on to the spiritual level. Now, essentially, spiritual level is how you connect within your inner self. Now, let's move on to the question of acknowledging that there is more material realm, or is it there like a afterlife and so forth. Now, let us understand the flourishing and the growth. Now, exploring the five levels which we already went through. of human experience of physical, emotional, rational, relational, and spiritual. Now provides an essential insights to personal growth and self-understanding. Now, this framework encourages us to reflect on our journey towards flourishing and interconnectedness of our experiences. Like this way, now, the concept of the wise mind. Now, the wise mind concept encourages a balance between rational thought and emotional insight. Now, by integrating these aspects, individuals can make better decisions and foster personal growth. Now, let us try to look at some real life examples for this. Now, let's say that you may ignore your feelings of anger at a friend who hurts you, or you might want to reschedule your day because you should say yes when your mom asks you to do something. But in these both examples, wise mind concept is basically the opposite of these examples. You should be more positive towards your perspective on it and try not to be negative, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's basically the concept of the wise mind. Now, self understanding and growth. Understanding ourselves is essential for personal growth. It allows us to identify our core values and influences on how we interact with the world. Now, by reflecting on our experiences, we gain the insights into our behavior and decisions, leading to profound self awareness. Now, this journey of self discovery enhances our capacity for emotional intelligence, which I talked about in the last video, and helps us navigate challenges. Now, embracing this knowledge empowers us to cultivate a fulfilling life and fosters deeper connection with others, and ultimately promoting human flourishing and maximizing our potential for growth. Now, basically, I know this video was a lot to digest for, but let me give you an overall summary. So basically, what we learned was the human experience, the philosophical insights, and the self-reflection. Now let's go each one of them just to make sure. So in the human experience, we understood the 5 levels that helps us navigate our lives and enhance our personal and collective growth. Now, in philosophical insights, we went over philosophers such as Plato, Aristotle, and Socrates, which they provided a foundation of understanding human growth and self awareness. Now, we also went over the self reflection. Now, engaging in self inquiry enables individuals to recognize their values, which leads to a deeper insights and personal development. So yeah, that was today's video, and I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, have a nice day. Bye.